Welcome to Brothers RC. In this video, we're going to be checking out this LDRC 1/18 scale rock buggy. It comes in two colors, and I got the red. It's four-wheel drive, it's got lights, and it is fully proportional. But I only paid 60 bucks for it, so I'm not expecting much. So let's pop it out of the box and see if it was worth even that small price. In the box, you got one of the cheesiest manuals I've ever seen. Then you got a little charger, a screwdriver, a wrench, and an extra nut. That's pretty cool. Here's that extra nut. Then there is the controller, and it is kind of a goofy little controller, pretty cheap feeling. Only has steering trim and an on and off button, but it does have a foam wheel and a thumb steer. The buggy itself is kind of cool looking. I thought it looked really goofy online and on the box, but it's actually better looking in person. It's got some protective film on it here, and underneath you've got really nice shiny plastic. It actually looks pretty good. And check this out, the driver's head is on a spring, but the passenger is actually missing his head. And it's not in here, so I guess no head for the passenger. He must be married. So once again, this thing definitely looks better in person. It's not terrible. It's got lights in the front there. And it's got an axle mounted lay down servo. That's pretty cool. Looks like it's got a big 370, 380 motor in there. And you can see the ESC down under there, and it's mounted under this cab here. Everything else looks pretty good under here. All the 4-link and shocks look like they're actually functioning really good. The shocks are just friction spring dampers and definitely no way to put oil in them. So it'll probably be a little jiggly. In the back here, you got the battery storage. And you got a little lithium ion 7.4 500 mAh back here. The tires on this thing don't have any foam, and they're pretty stiff, and they don't really even have any traction. They feel very smooth. So they're probably not going to do all that great, but hey, 60 bucks. The on and off switch is underneath the back of the truck here. And I do kind of like these pumpkins and the axles here. They actually look pretty scaled. That's kind of cool. So far so good for 60 bucks. But really, it won't be worth anything if it doesn't function properly. I'm going to slap some batteries in this remote. Now would be a great time for you to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not. I'll be right back. All right, I brought it over here to the 110 scale garage because I want to run it around a little bit and check out the modulation of the ESC. I really don't expect much from this truck, and I just want to check and see how the modulation works with the ESC here. I'm being super gentle on the throttle here, and it just wants to take off. Let's see if the suspension works. Nice. That actually works better than I thought it would. The suspension on this thing works pretty dang good. Look at that. Nice. But the throttle control is pretty finicky. Overall, it does seem to function okay, so the next step is to take it out to the course and see what it can do. All right, let's give this thing a quick run up the course. I've got another vehicle out here, and that's the Trey Speed Toyota 4Runner right there. If you want to check out the review on that video, that'll be up soon, so make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, then smash that bell to get notified when I post that video. All right, back to this guy. Let's see if I can get some throttle control with this thing. It seems very jittery, and seems like it might be really hard to control this thing. It is kind of capable though. Man, it's just really jerky. And when you come up against an object, it really loses all its power, which is weird because it's got like a 370 or 380 motor, so it's just geared wrong. See, I can't you have to bounce it over stuff. It's actually I mean, it's kind of worse than a WPL in that aspect. Kind of have to, tap, tap, tap on the throttle. The suspension works okay. It's real bouncy, but it flexes really well. but there is zero throttle control. It's really hard to control this thing. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed in this thing because it really takes away from the functionality as a rock crawler. You could definitely zip this thing around the yard and, you know, bounce it around on some rocks. So as a rock bouncer, it would probably be okay for a little kid. But as a crawler, it's going to be really hard to control for a little kid. And that's definitely not a good thing, because I was going to say, you know, that this might work out as an option you could give a kid and have them follow you around on the trail with it. But the lack of controllability is so bad that a little kid would struggle with this thing, and it'd probably just cause more problems than it's worth. All right, I'm done driving this thing. It's bad. I would not recommend this thing, and I'm not even gonna bother going back to the shop with it and telling you what I'm gonna do with it, because I'm gonna send it back. And that's a shame, because it does look kind of cool. So if it had some throttle control, it would be a good option. In my opinion, this truck wouldn't be good for an adult, and it wouldn't be good for a kid either, unless he just wanted to bounce it around in the front yard. That would work out okay. I hope this video was useful or entertaining to you. If it was, can you please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and go ahead and smash that bell, and you'll be notified the next time I post a video. Oh, you clumsy little sucker. But above all else, remember, when you think RC, think O Brothers RC. Aha, look what I found when I was putting it back in the box. The passenger's head. He's not married.